Israel is again facing accusations that its military has violated international law in its war against Hamas in Gaza. And damage to the popular perception of Israel may be more lasting than any strategic gains or losses. Footage of the devastation in Gaza has created an uproar.
Civilian sufferings has reached an unbearable point.
In some cases, the attacks have been deliberately against, or appear to be deliberately against civilians and civilian buildings.
More than 1,100 Palestinians have died in Gaza. At least 13 Israelis have died. But death tolls don't carry a legal weight. The main controversies over Israel's behavior have centered on its aggressive conduct of the war and its care for civilians. In probably the most tragic incident, Palestinian civilians lining up to enter a United Nations school were killed in an exchange of mortar fire.
Over 1,000 people had taken refuge in this school. The Israelis had been told exactly what the GPS coordinates of the school was, of all of our facilities in Gaza. All of our facilities are very clearly marked as UNRWA facilities.
Another controversy is the access of medical personnel to the wounded.
Which was most shocking from our side is the army knew that the civilians were there and they didn't assist them in any way, and they didn't assist us even to evacuate these people.
And Israel is also criticized for the lack of supply of fuel, food, electricity, and other necessities to the civilian population of Gaza.
The situation is very difficult. We do not have water from 3 in the afternoon until 7 in the morning. The stream of water we get is a trickle, and we also don't have electricity.
Under international law, the question is whether the potential risk to civilians is excessive compared to the potential military advantage. To decide all that, legal experts say, requires the kind of investigation that cannot be carried out while the fighting rages. The other key legal principle is discrimination. Has Israel tried hard enough to avoid hitting civilian targets and only hit military ones? Clear judgments are difficult to make when fighters like Hamas live among civilians. While Israel is the focus of most criticism, even critics agree that Hamas is violating the rules of war. But Hamas's violations tend to be treated as a given. And Israel feels it is being held to a higher, and perhaps an impossibly higher, standard.